Ever walked into IKEA for a simple lamp only to emerge 3 hours later with a stuffed shark, a new dining set, and a stomach full of meatballs? Yeah, I totally understand. But what if I told you that every single part of that experience, from the maze-like showroom to the DIY furniture and even the iconic meatballs, is a carefully engineered part of a multi-billion-dollar psychological system? Hi, I'm Inishev, and today we are uncovering the marketing genius of IKEA. We'll discover the psychological tricks that make you develop strong feelings to a wobbly bookshelf, reveal the stunningly efficient logistics behind IKEA's Hate Air mantra, and expose some of their most bizarre and brilliant marketing campaigns. If you are ready to see how a flat-pack box built a global empire and discover the secrets behind the world's most fascinating brands, you are in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and let's keep uncovering these secrets together. Have you ever sampled a piece of IKEA furniture and feel an inexplicable sense of pride and attachment? That's the IKEA Effect, the psychological phenomenon where people place a higher value on products they have helped to create. By turning customers into co-creators, IKEA forged a powerful emotional connection to its products. However, this sense of co-creation begins long before you pick up an Allen key. It is masterfully set up by another principle, the Gruen Effect. This is the concept of using a store's layout to create a disorienting and immersive environment that encourages you to wander and spend more. Picture yourself in an IKEA showroom, experiencing the Gruen Effect firsthand. You are guided along a winding path, seamlessly transitioning from one perfectly staged room to another in a set order. You don't just stumble into the living room sections. You are led there after walking through the bedrooms, kitchens, and bathrooms. While shortcuts exist, the layout is designed to keep you on the main route, making each section feel like stepping into a fully realized home. This immersive journey lowers your sale resistance and makes it easy to imagine the products in your own life. The goal of this journey isn't to buy anything directly off the floor. Instead, you know the items you want and later collect them, flat-packed, from the warehouse below. This immersive maze design explains why the average IKEA shopper spends 2.5 to 3 hours per visit. Understanding this inevitable fatigue, IKEA's founder Ingvar Kamprad had a stroke of genius from the very beginning: an in-store cafe. The initial idea was simple: coffee and cake to keep shoppers energized for the maze ahead. Strategically placed halfway through the store, these cafes were never too close to the entrance or exit. The logic was clear: once you feed customers, they stay longer and make purchasing decisions without leaving the store. The simple cafe concept has since evolved into full-scale restaurants, now famous for their amazing food and variety. For years, IKEA barely noticed how well their eateries were performing because their furniture was flying off the shelves. In 2016, IKEA made $36 billion in revenue, and the sale of food got lost in such a big number. However, by 2017, with revenue at $42 billion, they made a startling discovery: 30% of their customers visited just to eat. And of course, it's impossible to discuss IKEA food without mentioning their iconic meatballs, often called the best sofa seller. The company sells over 1 billion of them each year, outpacing even their best-selling furniture. But IKEA's restaurants serve a purpose beyond keeping people in the store and selling meatballs. They also function as a powerful interactive showcase. This is the masterful use and buy tactic. As you sit on an IKEA chair, place your place on an IKEA table, and relax on a comfortable IKEA sofa, you are unconsciously experiencing the premium quality and comfort of the furniture. It's the ideal way to let customers test and fall in love with the products before they even reach the warehouse. But behind the iconic mazes and meatballs lies a ruthlessly efficient system where saving millimeters translates into billions in profit. IKEA's genius isn't just about removing air from boxes. It's about engineering every process so that each movement saves money. This is the true economy of Swedish minimalism. a philosophy that extends far beyond aesthetics into the very core of their logistics. This focus is perhaps most evident in IKEA's obsession with minimizing shipping costs, which has actively driven product design since 1956. The story goes that a designer struggling to fit a louvred table into his truck simply took off the legs. And this was the biggest discovery for IKEA. Flat-pack furniture made it easier for customers to take purchases with them, cutting out the expense of stocking and delivery. It also allowed IKEA locations to stock most of its 10,000 products in the store instead of a warehouse. Today, this principle is encapsulated in a common company mantra: we hate air. IKEA has zero tolerance for paying to ship unused space. The Actrop sofa is a perfect case study. In 2012, IKEA redesigned it to break down into a flat package, slashing its shipping volume by 50%. This efficiency was so significant that the company could drop the sofa's retail price by 14% without cutting into its own profits. The same logic applies to the tertial lamp. A 28% reduction in a package size means 128 lamps fit on a pallet instead of 80. Drastically cutting freight costs. Unsurprisingly, IKEA's shipping and storage costs are just 1/6 of the industry standard. This drive for efficiency extends from the box to the factory floor, where automation is key. In IKEA's Polish factories, Kallax frames are assembled with robotic precision. A new unit every 10 seconds, with Connex vision systems ensuring quality instead of human supervisors. The result is 3,000 nearly defect-free panels per shift. Similarly, in the warehouses, Verity drones now fly along the shelves, scanning and counting inventory with 99% accuracy. This not only frees up manual labor for more complex tasks, but also eliminates costly errors. In IKEA's world, every extra step is a waste, and every saved millimeter as a profit. This obsession with efficiency isn't confined to the warehouse or the factory floor. It's a principle that extends directly into IKEA's marketing. Just as they strip away unnecessary material from their packaging, they strip away the noise and clutter from their advertising. Their campaigns reflect the same Swedish minimalism. They are functional, clever, and designed for maximum impact with minimal waste. Let's take a look at some of the coolest examples. IKEA is where life happens. That's what they said. And to prove this, IKEA launched retail therapy. They simply renamed its products after the most common Google searches for relationship problems in Sweden. So, when people Googled their problem, they found an IKEA product with the exact same name. Whether it was a snoring husband, a never-ending gaming son, or a girlfriend not texting back, IKEA could come to the rescue. This is not only put a smile on consumer faces by offering a whimsical solution, but also masterfully boosted IKEA's search engine rankings and visibility, achieving a global earned media reach of 175 million. Beyond solving emotional problems, IKEA's marketing also tackles practical ones. With the IKEA Place app, the company stormed the market by leveraging AR. This technological marvel allowed users to virtually place true-to-scale furniture in their own homes, providing a realistic preview before making a purchase and eliminating the guesswork from shopping. This innovation immediately became the talk of the town, and perhaps the most audacious example of this useful and deeply integrated approach was a campaign that blurred the line between advertising and product. Recognizing that IKEA sells cots and that pregnant people need cots, they created a magazine ad with a difference. It functioned as a working pregnancy test. It was probably the first and last time a business has encouraged urinating on an ad, but it worked. As you can see, IKEA didn't get big by chasing fads. It succeeded by perfecting a system. True innovation for them means smart control over every detail, from the factory to the customer's home. It all comes down to a simple rule: find what's wasteful, make it better, and create simple, affordable solutions. IKEA started by optimizing one box and build an empire. Your business may be as follows.